A new U.S. study looked at more than 500 preschool-age children and studied them for food allergies. Now, these were kids who were either previously diagnosed with a food allergy or were at risk of food allergies. Now, the findings were troubling. For example, more than 70% of these kids over the 3-year follow-up period actually had some sort of reaction to food, even though their parents and caregivers were aware that they had a food allergy or they were at risk. Of those kids who had a reaction, almost 88% were because of accidental exposure to foods. And the reasons for those accidental exposures included errors reading labels, cross-contamination of foods, errors in preparation, and manufacturer labeling errors. Parents were often the providers of the food, but there were also other caregivers and family members who might have inadvertently given the child the food. Perhaps the most disturbing finding of this study is that less than a third of those kids who had a severe food reaction or food allergy were treated with epinephrine, which is the standard of care for a child who may be at risk of stopping breathing because of the reaction. Now, all of these findings are based on 500 kids in the U.S. and may not be generalizable here in Canada. But one thing we can learn from the study is the importance of reminding parents and caregivers of reading labels, reading food labels, being extra careful in food preparation, and not being afraid to administer epinephrine if necessary, if a child is in distress and needs to be treated because of a severe reaction. I'm Dr. Karl Kabasele for CBC News.